Hi everyone, welcome to Value Vegan, a channel where we help new and aspiring vegans transition into their healthiest, happiest, most satisfied lives. And today we are talking about my story, the story of Nika and why she went vegan, and the story of Value Vegan. So let's get right into it. I tried making this video back in February of 2018 when I was first really inspired to start Value Vegan. And honestly, I was such a different person back then, but I'm gonna put a clip of me kind of explaining my story from my point of view back in February. It is now September of 2018, and you'll kind of see what I was like at that moment. But even since then, it's been even longer that I've been vegan, and you'll see some of the differences in my energy and my confidence, and that was the result of a lot of personal development work. But I'll put in this clip from February so you can see what I was like and hear my story in its full raw authenticity of how it felt at that moment to honor who I was back then. So let's put that clip in right now. So for me, I began my journey to a healthier life in April of 2017, where I had just finished university. It was extremely hectic. I was living on first year residence cafeteria food for 3 years, just because I was living in residence and working with first year students. I loved doing that, but it meant that I became very lazy with the types of food I was eating. I was really busy, and I often wouldn't eat until late at night when the only options were burgers and fries and just extremely unhealthy food. So by April of that year, my 21st birthday, I was overweight, I was lethargic, I was tired, I was confused also about life in general because I had just finished my undergrad and I was going to grad school, but I had a whole summer of not knowing what I was going to do, and I was just in a very bad state, both mentally and physically. I wasn't very happy. As I said, I was confused. I didn't know what my purpose was. It was just a rough time. Like all of the beginning of January, from January to April 2017 was just a difficult time for me. And I decided, this is it. This summer is when I'm going to turn things around. I'm going to take responsibility for my health. And I began reading and researching and understanding nutrients and different foods and what's healthy, and I cut out sugar. I cut out most drinks except water, and I started to slowly transition to a vegan diet. So before veganism, I actually didn't eat a lot of meat. I disliked most meat except ground beef, which is used a lot in traditional Iranian cooking, so it's just what I had at home. And I didn't like seafood at all. I wouldn't touch seafood. I didn't really like chicken that much. And yeah, so it wasn't that difficult for me, and kind of unintentionally I just wasn't really eating meat at all. And I knew that once I moved to another part of the story is that I was moving to Ottawa, so this was a huge new start for me, going from Vancouver to Ottawa, other side of the country, and I wanted to have a really clean, healthy start. So right around August is when I really started fully becoming vegan and committing myself to the journey. And throughout the summer, as I was transitioning to veganism, I was also working out. I was doing HIIT workouts twice a week. I was just trying to be more active and just adopting a healthier lifestyle, trying to make these habits which would really help me. And once I started living on my own, I got really excited about the vegan journey. I was so excited to try different vegan restaurants. It really helped me explore my new city that I was living in. I started watching more videos, really understanding the different reasons why others become vegan, and this is when I really understood the environmental impact of meat production, and it made me really angry. It made me angry what we're doing to the planet. I've always been a huge environmentalist. I started an environmental nonprofit at 16, where we just educated young people on the environment and helped people create green teams at their schools. So this really hit close to home for me. And so this really hit close to home for me, and I knew then that I really wanted to commit to the vegan journey beyond the health benefits for the environment and for the animals. Wow, so I hope you got a chance to see what I was like and what veganism really meant to me back then. But now, today, veganism has had a whole other meaning for me. So I've actually just celebrated almost a year anniversary of going vegan. I went vegan in August of 2017, and honestly, it's been so incredible. The shifts in my health, the shifts in my energy, the shifts in my digestion have just been so improved. And I mean, you can see me talk about how I had a whole, I'm gonna sit like this because my knees are hurting, how I had a whole mental and physical transformation when I decided to really start living my best life. And another big reason that I went vegan too was for the environment and the impact on animals and the environment. And ever since, I've been even educating myself more on the different problems with the meat industry and just the environmental impact of meat and agriculture. I've just became even more vegan, and I've realized, as someone that's so passionate about making the world a better place, I've realized that one of the best ways I can do that is to really share this message of veganism. And that is why Value Vegan is now taking on a whole new light, a whole new air of renewed commitment, is because as someone that was so committed to changing the world, right? I worked for the government, gender equality, for global affairs. I was every single day trying to work on policies and programs to make the world a better, happier place for everyone. And I realized that it's being so contradictory. All these people wanting to make a difference, but not knowing that their meat consumption and dairy consumption is having such a detrimental impact on the world. So I became even more focused on spreading this message, and that's why I really want to help new and people curious about veganism to really learn more about the lifestyle and invite them in to experience it for themselves and to really learn about the impact that they're having with their actions. So after all of that, and you saw the first kind of inspiration for my story, we're now at a point where I really want to grow this channel to help as many people as possible. And I have started a campaign called Vegan for the SDGs, which stand for the UN Sustainable Development Goals, which are a set of 17 goals that, when accomplished, will mean that the world is free from poverty, climate change, poor nutrition, and just having such a better world. You can look up the global goals, and it's all about how being vegan helps contribute to all of those. Like, being vegan helps contribute to climate change reduction. It contributes to clean water around the world. It contributes to better life for our oceans. And that's just what my vision is. And another big vision I have is making healthy vegan food affordable. And I just want it to be accessible by everyone, no matter what background they come from. I want them to be able to access this awesome vegan food. And that's what makes me so passionate about this channel too, is just sharing that passion with all of you, sharing my experiences, and helping to spread the word and spread the message of veganism. And just really excited for the chance to help all of you and connect with all of you. So I'm really happy to be here, and yeah, like, let's see what we can turn this into. Let's see how far we can go with Vegan for the SDGs. And I want to start my own vegan restaurant, right, that makes this healthy food affordable, and a juice company that goes along with that. And I just have all of these big visions for what it is that I want to do. And I want you to join me on this journey to making this a reality, to making this possible. And I'm just really happy and excited to serve you and be here. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in another video.